Welcome to the Delmarva Almanac. Each week we connect you to the best of Delmarva. I'm your host, Dana Kester McCabe. Storytelling is as old as humanity. Since ancient times, people have been sitting around fires together telling tales. Sometimes they told the truth as they had experienced it. Sometimes they regaled each other, spinning outrageous yarns just to entertain each other. For the written word, history was passed down orally through such gatherings. The tradition of storytelling is alive and well not only in all the media we consume, but with inspirational performances like those you'll be able to see at the upcoming Chesapeake Storytelling Festival, April 29th and 30th. Here now is Belinda Cook of the Queen Anne's County Arts Council to tell us all about it.
We partnered this year with Chesapeake College to bring a storytelling festival, National Storytelling Festival, to the Eastern Shore. So it will happen April 29th and 30th at Chesapeake College. You can go to the website, get more information, chesapeakestorytelling.com, and to buy tickets. We've got all-day tickets for Saturday. We've got all-access passes for Friday and Saturday. And you'll be treated to national storytellers from all over the country. We've got Andy Offit-Irwin, we've got Kim Whitecamp, we've got Ed Stivender on our national stage. We've got Stories of the Chesapeake. We've got watermen working on the water. So we'll have watermen telling stories. We'll have exhibits. We've got the Oyster Partner Recovery Partnership from Annapolis doing the Nipper boat, and we've got the Fishmobile from Phillips Wharf coming. And that will be a stage where you can go and hear about the Eastern Shore and find out what our traditions are, what our heritage is all about. Well, we've got a segment that's going to run the Black Captains of the Chesapeake, and they're based here out of Kent Narrows. And Stephen Troiano Berry did a documentary on them, and he's going to play that documentary or a segment thereof, and then I'll have the captains there, hopefully. They'll all be in time. That's the other thing. They'll be in from fishing in time to be there to do kind of a roundtable discussion and questions and answers. But some, they're in their 80s. Some of them are 80 years old. So when you talk about what we know of the Eastern Shore now, it's different than what they know of, what they've seen, the changes that they've seen. And Jay Fleming from Annapolis he's really the inspiration for this segment. His book, Working on the Water, will come out, I think, in September. So he'll do a preview of this, but he's going to open that segment and do a lot of talking about how he came to get the pictures that he has. Because he did more than just take pictures, which is what intrigued me. My husband's a waterman, so it intrigued me that he actually went out on the boat, worked with the guys, and talked to them, whether they were nets or they were oysters, oyster tongue, oyster dredge, crab potters, trout liners, and he did it all the way from Smith Island to, he was in North Carolina. He's just been all up and down the seaboard talking to these different folks. He's talked to the skipjack guys. Mr. Daniels is one of the people featured in his book. So I think that he'll be a huge draw and kind of put the whole segment together. So, and then Katie Livy has a book out now, Oysters, and she's from the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum. And she kind of brings it full circle from the perspective of working on the water and preserving it at the same time. Tom McHugh, he was at the Mainstay in Chestertown, or Rock Hall actually, for years, and is just now retired. And he does musical entertainment, I guess, sea shanty kind of things, and ties stories to that. So he does music and storytelling together. He'll be a big hit, I think. We're trying to tie a little bit of folklore, a little bit of fairy tales, and a little bit of Eastern Shore as well in this one stage that we're doing it. It's at the Cadby Hall. We've got Mindy Burgoyne will be featured on that stage, and then we'll have our national tellers come over. I've got one that does a medieval times kind of reenactment kind of thing. It'll keep the kids' attention. And when I say kids, I don't mean 4-year-olds, but I do mean anyone 8 and older, 3rd grade. He'll keep their attention, but won't bore the adults. So, and it's not just reading stories, They'll make you laugh, they'll make you cry, but you're transformed. Remember back in the day, people used to sit around and tell stories, and that's how we passed our heritage from one generation to the next. And when I was approached to do this festival, this concept, I likened it to my dad and my uncle sitting around telling me stories of what happened to them when they were younger, and that's my inspiration, I guess, for this.
Most story sessions will run about an hour, so festival goers can hear several different performers. This 2-day event begins and ends with something called an olio, where the guest storytellers give short samples of their repertoire. These will be an interesting part of the show in and of themselves. They will give people a preview of what they can see on Saturday, or maybe a chance to see a little of what they missed while hearing other storytellers that day. Tickets are on sale now for the Chesapeake Storytelling Festival, which will be held April 29th and 30th at Chesapeake College in Y Mill, Maryland. Visit ChesapeakeStorytelling.com to find out more. Well, that's all for this edition of the Delmarva Almanac. Be sure to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and next week join us to learn more about our local culture and get connected to our natural wonders. If you'd like to become an underwriter for this program, visit delmarvaalmanac.com/support. We'd like to thank our community partners, the Friends of Delmarva Public Radio, the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore, and underwriters eatdrinkbuyart.com for their help in bringing this program to you, our audience. Our theme music was provided by Brightside Studio. This show has been a Moonshell production. Thanks for listening. Until we meet again, may the rhythms and tides of Delmarva bring you good fortune.